Heartfelt welcome everyone, it's Monika here. We are living pretty crazy times right now, that's a fact. The world seems to be upside down. A lot of fear is coming up to the surface, even panic. And it might, as difficult as this situation is, and I'm very sorry for you who might be affected very severely by this. My heart goes out to you. And this crazy world situation that affects us all is also an invitation to liberation. It's an invitation to find more peace within. It's an invitation to be actually completely free from your fears. To be completely free it's a journey, so we take it step by step. We don't demand anything to happen right now. That's not how it works. But it's an invitation to slowly find more peace within. And I think in these days, peace within is something that is rated higher and higher, because the fear is affecting us all. And especially if you are very sensitive, you can also sense the fear from everyone around you. So we are a collective, that's for sure. But on individual levels, we are also feeling the fear. We might be feeling anxiety, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of worry. We are worried about our own health. We are worried about our loved ones. And why is it then so important to start to see this fear for what it is? Because we are all affecting each other as well. When one of us starts to see from higher perspective, when one of us are feeling more and more peaceful, we also affect. This one person affects so many people around. So it's also an invitation for you, not only for your own well-being, but also for the well-being and peace for everyone else on this earth. So I want to share with you a story that happened, something that happened in 2014. I was in Bali and I visited a healer. And I told this healer that my throat for many years had felt stuck. I had felt stuck. I couldn't quite put the finger on it. What was this restrictive feeling all about? But somehow I knew that it had to do with communication. How I am presenting myself to other people. So that was what I went there for, that I want to feel free, and I want to feel free kind of to express myself. It was vague, but he knew what I meant. So he took a stone and he very gently just made a cross on my skin, very softly made a cross on my skin with that stone, and then some smoke and some mantras and all kinds of things. And it was all over this healing session very quickly. So I thought, really? This is it? Is this gonna work? And what is it gonna do? Am I gonna be free now? I didn't feel anything at that moment. Until the very next morning, I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, because I had a realization. I had a realization about how I had been presenting myself. So for as long as I could remember backwards then, was that I always wanted to give a little bit more, polished surface of who I was. I left things unsaid out of fear that I wouldn't be accepted, I wouldn't be loved, and that eventually, if I told everyone who I really was, I would be rejected and I would be all alone. So that was the program that was going on in my mind for so many years. And it was all out of the fear of rejection. So, the change didn't happen instantly. I had the realization, yes, that was instant, but the work I had to do within. I had to start looking, why am I fearful? And then slowly start to change that pattern, that yes, it's safe for me to express myself fully. Yes, it's safe for me to fully be who I am. Yes, I won't be rejected. Yes, I will be loved regardless, even if I'm showing myself fully. I'm speaking my own voice fully. So that was the liberation, and it came step by step by step by looking at those fears. So now this whole world situation is an invitation for us on a very grand scale. Like every one of us, the whole world, are invited to look at those fears that are coming up to the surface right now. All those fears, all the worry, what is going to happen, this uncertainty, like look at them and distance yourself from those thoughts, distance yourself from those feelings. You can imagine that you're putting them one by one on your palm and looking at them. What are they? What are the thoughts? Like just looking at them and remembering that you are this higher consciousness, looking at yourself, looking at your own thoughts, because the thoughts, they come and go, they come and go, they come and go, they don't stay. They don't, right? But you have this consciousness, and this consciousness that is full of light, that is eternal, and that is full of love and peace. It's just looking. It's okay. These kind of feelings, these kind of emotions, yes, I see them. I see them. And you nurture yourself because inside of you is that little child, little boy or little girl within you that is really fearful, and you nurture yourself. You acknowledge, yes, I am fearful, I am worried, all the feelings, you look at them. But this higher consciousness that you are is not afraid. It's the ego mind that is afraid. Your higher consciousness, the voice within your heart, your intuition, that is always clear and peaceful. So that is where we want to go right now. You have the invitation on a world scale. Look at your fears. The fears are coming up now to the surface as a whole humanity, and we are evolving. This is it. This is what we are kind of have been waiting for, even if it comes in a very ugly package. Yes, of course. But it is an invitation for whole humanity to evolve now, to come up into higher levels of consciousness, into higher levels of peace, into higher levels of joy. It's not easy, it's challenging, yes, of course. And as said, I am so sorry, and my heart goes out to those of you who are really, really affected by this crazy world situation. But nevertheless, we all have the opportunity now to raise the consciousness in the whole world. And each and every one of us are needed right now. Each and every one of us, each and every one that chooses to look at those fears and then let them go and choose love and peace and trust instead. Trust walks hand in hand with letting go of the need to control things, and it's pretty easy actually at this point in time because we cannot control. There's so many things that we cannot control, so we choose to trust. We choose to see that this world is still a very beautiful place, and that life itself wants us to be peaceful. It wants us to be joyful. We have to go a kind of through this whole craziness. We have to go through this as a humanity, and as we do so, we raise up into higher levels of consciousness. A new earth is beginning to take place. It's huge, it's grand, it's horrible at the same time, but it is washing us. It is washing us, everyone, each of us, from the inside. We are washing the fears away, and we find back into the heart. We find back into the compassion for ourselves, compassion to all around us, understanding, love, kindness, all those qualities of the heart have now the chance to come up to the surface. The choice is ours. We see the fear, we don't go into the fear, we don't go into the panic, we choose over and over again. So many times a day, we might even have to do that. All the time, be vigilant about your own mind. And come back into the peace, come back into the joy. Yes, I trust this universe. Yes, I trust that something very good is going to come out from this, that we have to go through the fear, we have to go through all those horrible feelings, to come back to who we truly are, and to see with that higher mind. See with that higher mind. Look at your own ego mind. You look from a higher perspective, from the perspective of your eternal spirit, and you do that through your heart. And one very practical way how to come back into the peace, how to come back into your true identity as a soul, is through gratitude. Gratitude immediately raises up your vibration. It raises up into this peacefulness, into the joy. So gratitude, what are you grateful for right now? There's so many things to be grateful for. I have clothes on my body, I had a shower today, I had food on my table, I have a roof over my head, I have even this fantastic technical gears to make this video, I have friends, I have family, and so many other things. And you can write them down, what I'm grateful for right now. You can write them in the comments, or you can just think out loud, maybe 3 things, or just in your mind, at least 3 things, maybe 5. So what are you grateful for right now? And see how that changes you, and really try to feel that. You be in your heart and you feel that. You feel that peacefulness, you feel that joy, and you put a little smile on your face. The fact that you are feeling good is gonna help everyone else to raise higher up, to raise above the fear. We go through the fear, we don't go around it, we go through it, we have to feel those feelings, but we don't stay in them, we don't put any more energy onto them. We acknowledge, yes, they are there, but as we do so, we kind of transmute it. We transmute it to come and let it wash all those things away, and we transmute it from fear to love. From fear to soul lessons, from panic into calmness, from fear into looking from a higher perspective who you truly are, from fear to see the lessons that are to be learned by our soul, so that we can evolve higher and higher and higher. And from a very short time, or I don't know, God knows how long this is gonna, this very crazy life situation for all of us are gonna last. We don't know that, but one thing is for sure, it will pass. It will pass. So, and all those things now that are being restricted for us, some of us, we cannot even go outside, we are forced not to have be in contact with our loved ones, and so many other things that we have been taking for granted. It is raised up now, and we are going to see, and we are seeing right now and appreciating those things so much higher. Yes, just the fact that I can go out just normally to buy my grocery, that's going to be like a wow, I can do this, and we're going to meet our families, and we're going to be, yeah, I love you so much, and we're going to meet our friends and anyone on the street. It's we are starting to appreciate those small things we take for granted, and that is a part of the process of transmuting the fear into love. We are raising higher up as a whole humanity, and that is the beautiful part of all this craziness that we are going through. So please keep that in mind and take care of yourself. Remember, the gratitude raises you up into higher levels of consciousness, and there's so many other things you can do for yourself to stay peaceful, to come back into the peace, to see that the fear is passing. It's a passing thought, it's a passing emotion. Don't choose that, choose the love and the peace that you carry within. So talk to you very soon, and please put your comments, your thoughts in the comments, and let's stay in touch. So thank you so much for listening. I love you very much.